Hello my dear students, so we are back in our science class. So today in this class we will continue chapter 10, that is sun as a natural resource. So in the previous class we have already discussed some of the topics, students. So we will continue with the next topic, that is seasons. So students, seasons, as you have heard, this is a very common word and you have heard it before, that we have different kinds of seasons. Okay, so we will try to understand that what it says. So you see here, first thing is given here, that is weather. So what is weather? Weather is a different conditions in our surrounding. So as we live in this earth, in the surrounding, we can feel the different conditions of the surroundings. Like sometimes it is very hot, sometimes it's very warm, sometimes it's cool down, and sometimes it's very cold. So this all the different conditions of the surrounding is called weather. Okay, so you see students, weather keep on changing day to day. Okay, so like today you see when there is when the sun is very sunny, you feel little warm, but as the sun sets you feel cold and you are feeling cold at night. So what happens? Weather is changing day to day. Okay, it's different from today what it was yesterday. Okay, so it keep on changing. So students, what happens? In the sun is a very important factor and that affects the weather. Okay, sun is a very important factor in affecting the weather. When the sun is very bright, you feel hot, and when the sun is not so bright, when the sun does not rises, what happens? You feel very cold. So this happens and it affects the weather. The morning and the evening are cooler than afternoons. So why it happens? Because in the morning the sun is little far from the earth, it is slanting direction, and in the afternoon the sun comes straight over our head. So you can see in the afternoon, like at 12 noon, you feel very hot. Why? It's because sun comes over our head, but in the morning it is little bit slanting in direction, and in the evening it is same little slanting in direction. That's why it is cooler in morning and evening. So season, you see, when the weather condition remains same. So students, when the weather condition remains same for a long time, we call it as a season. Friends, here we have 5 major seasons is given in a book, that is summer season, monsoon season, autumn season, winter season, and spring season. So you see, in summer season it is very hot and the sun is very bright and sunny. Okay, and the summer season, what happens students? The days are very long and the night becomes shorter. Okay, you can see, if you have noticed, that in the summer season what happens? The sun sets very lately. Okay, and the days are very long and the night becomes shorter. Next you see monsoon. So monsoon, usually students, this is a time when there is a very heavy rainfall. Okay, there are clouds and it rains heavily. So this time we use umbrella, we use raincoats. So next is autumn season, students. In this season the weather is dry, almost most of the days it is very dry, and in this season the trees shed their leaves. You can see the leaves falling down from the trees. So in this season the trees usually shed their leaves. Next we have winter season. So winter season, as we are now in our winter season, we can feel the season that we are feeling very cold, we are wearing warm clothes, we are wearing sweaters and jackets. So students, this winter season weather is very cold most of the days, and in some areas, like in hilly areas, there is a snowfall. So here we wear woolen clothes, warm clothes. Okay, so today now we are experiencing this winter season. Next you see, that is spring season. So in spring season, what happens students? In spring season usually the beautiful flowers blossom. Okay, as here the trees are shedding the leaves, so it's opposite of here spring season, the beautiful flowers blossom and it's a very beautiful and cool day. Okay, so here you see that seasons are given 5 major seasons. Now we will come to the next, that is weather affects our life. So how weather is affecting our life, that we will understand here. So it affects the food, and it affects the clothing, and it also affects the housing. So as you can see, the different kinds of foods we are eating in our different seasons. Like in summer season, we don't get some kind of fruits, okay. Usually we get mangoes and all in the summer season, mangoes, lychees, okay. So these are the fruits we usually get in summer season. And when it comes to the winter, in the winter season, again the food habits changes. You don't get mangoes and all, but you get oranges, okay. You can eat oranges, apples. So these are the food habits usually changes according to the weather. Clothing also, you see students, in the summer season we wear very light clothes, okay, but in the winter season we are wearing warm clothes and we are wearing woolen clothes. So this clothing also affects according to the season, okay. So students, you can now see that as is now we are in the winter season. So now we cannot wear light clothes, we cannot wear only t-shirts and we can move out. What we have to wear warm clothes, okay. So that's why this clothing also affects according to the weather. Next you see housing. So students, the type of house in which people live also gets affected by the weather. Like in the very hot and dry areas, people build the houses made up of mud or either straw, where they can live it very comfortably, okay. And in the hilly areas, now you see it affects in the different region. In the different region, the people will build the different types of houses. So in the hilly areas, usually people build, most of the houses you will see that has a sloping roof, okay, because of the area they have. And in our areas, as you can see, the buildings and the roofs, you can see it's not sloping, okay, it's straight, it's a very plain roof. But in the hilly areas, you can see a cottage kind of roof, that is very sloping roof. So this housing also gets affected according to the weather. Now source of energy, there are two sources of energy given in your book, that is renewable source of energy and non-renewable source of energy. Renewable energy usually we get from the renewable source of energy, like sun we have, then we have the wind, we have different kinds of natural resources, okay. So this renewable energy usually we get from the natural resources. Kind of renewable energy, it cannot be run out, means it cannot be finished in a particular time. What happens, as we are getting the sunlight, so sunlight is the energy we are getting, the sun is providing us for a long time, and it goes on for a long time, it will not get finished. So that is why it is called renewable energy. Now non-renewable energy is opposite of that. So renewable energy, it usually provides the energy for a longer period and it doesn't get finished. Now non-renewable energy is usually we cannot get the energy for a long time, it's a very limited time, and as we are using it more and more, as we are wasting this energy, so this will, at the time when the time will come, the particular time, this energy will be finished from the earth, so this will run out. So as you see, petroleum or coal, so the petroleum is a non-renewable source of energy, okay. As we are using more and more petroleum, we are putting it into vehicles and we are not saving it for our future. So what happened, the time will come, this petroleum will be finished from the earth. Likewise, coal is also non-renewable source of energy. Now next you see, next topic is given in a book, that is conservation of energy. Now how you will conserve energy means how you will save the energy. So usually energy is very important, students, is essential to save energy. So these energies are very important, like the energy we get from the sun, or the energy we are getting either petroleum, coal, or we are getting from the wind. So this kind of energy is very important for our life and we have to save the energy. Now there are the steps given in a book that how you will save the energy. So students, it's given in your book, page number 115, that switch off the fan and light when not in use. So you have to always switch off the fan and light when you are not using it. You have to save the electricity. Never leave the refrigerator door open. So you should not have to leave the refrigerator door open because it will waste the energy. Next, use LED, so light imitating diode or fluorescent bulbs, they use very less energy. So what happens, students? You have to use LED bulbs that will utilize very less energy. Fixed dripping faucet. So when there is a leakage in your water pipes, what you have to do? You have to fix it so that you can save the water. Next you see, take a short shower instead of long one. So you have to take a very short shower instead of wasting the water. Turn off the water while brushing your teeth. While you are brushing your teeth, you have to turn off the tap. Don't open the tap, don't leave it open and brush your teeth, so that you will not waste water. Next you see, to travel short distances, walk or use a bicycle. So if you are traveling very short distances, you can just go by walking, and you can use bicycle. Use public transport, carpool. So you can also use public transport, or you can use the carpool. Means 5 or 4 people together, they are coming in one vehicle. Next you see, plant a garden. Plants helps keep the air fresh and clean. So plant a garden means you have to plant more and more trees. So plant will help you to keep the air very fresh and clean. Next, open the blinds or curtains at home on the sunny winter days to let the sun shine into your home. This will provide you with natural warmth. So what happens? You have to open the curtains of the windows so that the bright sunlight can come inside your room, and this will give you the warmth of the sunlight. So this way, students, you can conserve and save the energy. So we will stop till here. We will meet in our next class again, students. So till then, stay safe and stay healthy.